What would you say if we human beings find out that there is this new trend in the animal kingdom where they believe that there is a single height, a single shape, a single weight, a single curve, a single color, a single everything that is the perfect body for dogs, and they are all trying to attain that? Hello my lovelies, welcome back to Feminine Diaries. My name is Chinyere. This video is part of my Level Up Girl Talk series, which is the diaries of a black feminine woman, where I just document things that you would usually see in our diaries. And today we will be talking about body shaming.
This is something that many of us begin to become aware of and struggle with
as teenagers or as young girls. So in this video I am going to go through what is body shaming, how we can unknowingly be body shaming others or even ourselves, what to do if you are being body shamed, and how we can bury body shaming for good. Like, body shaming is the practice of criticizing or just making potentially harmful comments about somebody's body shape, size, weight, height, appearance, or imperfections. What are the discrete ways we might be body shaming people without knowing it, sometimes even out of love? Let's start from the beginning. As we said, we are always our worst critic. Look at your scars, your flaws, or whatever it is you do not like, we discuss. You are body shaming yourself. Everything you do it with love. And I'm going to tell you a trick that helped me stop doing this to myself. At the end of this video, I will let you know what that is. Nicknaming people according to their body features. Sometimes you think this is cute, but it doesn't make sense. Even if everyone has gotten used to calling someone a nickname that has to do with a feature in their body, headmaster because they have a big head, or Nosa, Orobo, Biggie, Fatty, or whatever because they are on the bigger side, or Leba, Breakable, all those nasty names. Just call people by their names and do not join that trend. Even if the person has taken over the person's name, just find out their name and call them their name. When we make unsolicited comments about people's food choices or their diets,
with this your size, you really should be eating maybe once a day, so that you will calm down, you can die. Making unsolicited wardrobe or dressing advice or comments. Petite girls shouldn't wear this. You're too short to wear this type of dress.
Equating someone's intelligence to their body features, or just summarizing someone according to their body features. Like seeing someone who is plus size and assuming that this person must be a glutton, this person must eat a lot, this person must be unfit, this person must have diabetes, this person must be ready to die very soon. Forming mock concern for people. When you basically turn yourself into a professional because you want to give advice on how someone is and you care because you are so concerned that what they are doing is detrimental to them, and then you feel entitled to give your opinion and body shame the person. Of course, fat shaming is not fat shaming. Let's say weight shaming is the most rampant type of body shaming that especially women face. Oh, you lost weight, now you look so good. Oh, you added weight, now you look like a woman. Oh, jeez. Oh, you added weight, now you look like a woman. Seriously. You can also body shame people by trying to shut them up when they express their concerns about their bodies because you believe they are closer to the perfect body than you are, so they do not have the right to say anything. They'll say, so if they call people that are this, you will come out. So if they, let us hear something, like, please shut up, you're not, allow us complain, because you believe that their own problem and insecurity is insignificant because it is smaller than yours. Every woman has her own insecurities. Do not go about being the one pointing out people's insecurities because it can last a lifetime. To the third section of this video, which is what to do if you are being body shamed. Know body is immune to having body insecurity. Study every single feature that you have and know yourself. It is so easy to say accept yourself for who you are and love yourself for who you are. That is difficult. We all have our good and bad days where your insecurities will just slap you in the face and take over, but then you can just learn to be aware. You can learn to just look at yourself and know yourself, know your features, know. If you have concerns about what you consider to be your flaws, where you think it is a threat to your existence, then you can talk to a professional just to know what you are dealing with. It ties into the idea of knowing, so that someone cannot say something to you and you start wondering if it's true, even if it's not, or just blow anything out of proportion or say anything at all that you already know. You are aware, you have a mirror, you have seen, you know. So what this person is just stating something that is obvious, and that doesn't mean it looks bad, that doesn't mean it is flawed, that doesn't mean you are not you are still gorgeously you. The person is just stating something that you've seen, that you know. So thank you for stating the obvious, Mr. Intelligence, Miss Intelligence. Like, bye. You know, stand in front of a mirror, know yourself. If I had found that stretch mark myself, I will not be in shock and just be traumatized for the rest of my life, remembering the disgust of my friend's face. Now she's my stretch mark friend. Do not be a stretch mark friend to anybody. Do not be a flaw reminder to anyone. So the next thing I think that is really important is for you to stop feeding yourself the poison. Stop feeding yourself the source of your problem. If you are following someone on social media that you're constantly looking at and making yourself look so flawed and so imperfect, like body shaming yourself, you really need to unfollow that person. Clear out your space. If the source of your body shaming is people close to you, if it is like your family members or your friends, people that actually care about you, it is about time you do not just grumble and throw tantrums or something like that. You have to sit them down and make them understand that, see, I know you do not have the intention of hurting me. You might actually think you are motivating me, but what you are doing is body shaming me. I do not like it. I do not want it. I am all about body positivity and trying to love myself, and you are dragging me down. Can you please never do that again? If this is someone that cares about you, knowing that they are hurting you is something they will not want to continue with, no matter where the argument is coming from. So speak up for yourself. Now, if it happens to be like those people that feel as if they can only be funny, like they can only make jokes when they are, or just body shaming other people, just say, sorry, can you repeat yourself? Can you repeat yourself? And even if the person says it for the second time, act like you didn't even get what they say. Especially people who do this in the midst of others. Be like, oh, I didn't get the ending part of what you said. What did you say again? They will obviously sound stupid to themselves. And most people just take corrections at this point and be like, oh, never mind, I was just saying, oh, never mind, or like, I was just joking, like, they get over it. But some dum-dums are still going to repeat it, and when it happens, just say, okay, I know, thank you for being so smart by stating the obvious. I have a mirror in my house, but I love myself like this. And then if it is strangers on the internet, those keyboard warriors, you just delete, block, delete, and block. And another thing that we tend to do, you know, this saying that say people who have been hurt, they hurt others. Do not join the body shaming gang. Do not shame other people because you've been body shamed. How can you contribute to eliminating body shaming? First of all, you have to realize that body shaming is not tough love. Body shaming is not showing concern.
As human beings, we as women, we have things about our bodies which we are not so proud of or so eager to show off, which we will of course like to disguise, and then become aware of our insecurities because of people's comments or people drawing attention to them. Although the other serious cause can be basically comparing yourself. When you try to compare yourself to others and you critically look at yourself and seeing that a feature is not like that of whoever it is, you tend to develop and bring forth your insecurities. But the other time, most of the times, it is people drawing attention to them.
Body shaming is not encouragement, it is often judgmental, especially when you just keep repeating and repeating something to someone, thinking you're going to motivate them enough to do something about it. You're just hurting that person. You need to realize that body shaming is not tough love. Also, train your eyes to see the beauty in the differences of human beings. Train your eyes to see the beauty in everything. Having that idea of a perfect body, it doesn't make sense. So try to unlearn that and just learn to see the beauty in the distinct features of human beings, because that is what we are, distinct. Every single person is distinct. So why, I do not understand why we then want to be one way. Crazy specialists. Be aware of what you say to people. Like, think about it before you rush and just say something. Like, think about what you say to people before you do. You do not know this person's struggle, you do not know their story, you do not know what they are going through, you don't know how hard they are working on that challenge, you don't know their mindset. You could push that person further into their problems without knowing what they are fighting. You don't know what they are going through. So not saying anything at all is a great idea. Be careful about the questions and comments you send people's ways, because they have nothing nice to say nothing. If you have nothing nice to say nothing. I can remember my first experience with body shaming, and it was from a friend that loves me. I know, because I know her, that her intention was not to hurt me. But one day I was chilling with her and she was like, oh my god, she, what are these things on your body? And I turned and looked at her. I couldn't see the part of my body she was mentioning, but I could see her face, and all I could see was like disgust. And I can remember just being shocked and was like, what is so disgusting on my body? And then she touched like the back of my arms and she was like, see, you have stretch marks here. And I was 17 at that point, you can imagine. And I was like, what is that? I didn't even know I had it there. So I had to like look up what stretch marks were, and I was horrified. And since that day, I was 17 years old. From then till at least when I got to 30 years, I became very, very cautious and would usually never ever wear sleeveless clothes, because I didn't want my stretch marks to be visible. I had tops that I would never ever wear again, except I was wearing them with like a shawl, wear it to shower like that. People are like, you like dressing like Hausa, you like dressing like Hausa, and I would just laugh about it. They didn't know that in reality I was just trying to conceal my stretch marks on my arms. And I would always wear sweaters, even when the weather wasn't cold. I would, if I really had the top I wanted to wear and it was sleeveless, I would wear it with a sweater, even when nobody had an idea of what was going on. I didn't mention this to any single soul, and that determined the way I dress for over 10 years, and even up till now. Even when I believe I have worked on myself to an extent, there are still times where I am still very cautious about it. To just confess, like, most times you would not see me wearing like sleeveless to show off my arms, except when, okay, there are times when of course I would, but you know how life is. When you have something you're struggling with, or you're just stressed out, you become more self-conscious of your insecurities, and those times I will slip back into that mindset. And then some other times when I'm feeling myself, I would just not care. I would put on the sleeveless and just flaunt my stretch marks. Those times are now becoming more, they are becoming increasingly regular. So how I became aware of my stretch marks, and it made me hate my arms for so long. apart from the stretch marks, I just tend to put on a lot of weight on my arms, and I am still very, very conscious about it. And I feel as if my arms is the size of my face. See, I know some of you will get what I am saying, but some of you will believe that I sound ridiculous, and that is how it is. Funny enough, when I hear people talk about the flaws in their body, I just be like, are you normal? What do you mean I cannot see anything? It is usually in your head. But then sometimes I just feel like my hands are the size of my face, and I'll be like, why? But listen, the last time I was like, what has really helped me, I had this really scary thought, and that has helped me behave myself and just love my arms a little bit more, a whole lot more. So one day I think I walked out and came home, and I was like, even when I am losing weight, my arms are always like the last to go. And I was like, what is your problem? Why are you spoiling this flow that is going on this body? What is your problem? And then I had this little voice say to me, since it is spoiling your flow, since you do not like it, would you rather be without it? And I was like, what do you mean be without it? Well, you could like have an accident and your arms will get cut off. Would you prefer that? So that people will not have anything to confirm. People will have nothing to talk about. Of course, I was like, no. Please leave my arms and my fat arms and my stretch marks for me. Please leave my arms, my stretch marks, leave them. You can even add more. I want my hands, thank you. My point is, be grateful for what you have. When you dwell on gratitude for what you have, it will make what you do not like, and it's not even what you do not have, it is what you do not like. When you dwell on gratitude, it will make what you do not like. See, we're not even talking about what you do not have, it's what you do not like. Oh my God. We can just try and approach everything with love and just be kind and be grateful, because would you rather not have it? I guess not. So that is just a thought to have at the back of your mind. If we become aware that all the dogs in the animal kingdom now believe that there is one particular size, shape, height, weight that they should have, we will think that they are a very, very stupid species. We would think that they are like ridiculous and they are the dumbest species ever. But that is what human beings are doing. We are projecting the image of a perfect body, believing that we should all be one shape, one height, one curve, and everybody is attaining and trying to be that one single perfect body. It doesn't make sense now. How does this even make sense? And human beings are supposed to be the smart ones, but look at how we are falling our hands and our legs. This brings us to the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching.